let's talk about that feeling. You know the one, that sudden gut punch of dread when your phone starts ringing out of nowhere? We're going to dig into the psychology of what is really going on when that happens.
So picture this. You're in the middle of something, totally focused, or maybe you're just chilling out, finally getting a moment to yourself. And then, bam, that ringtone just shatters the peace. If your immediate reaction is that jolt of anxiety instead of excitement, well, you are definitely not alone.
And let's just get this out of the way right now. Feeling this way does not make you a bad person. It doesn't mean you're antisocial or a bad friend. The real reason is actually way more fascinating. It has nothing to do with who is calling and everything to do with how they're calling.
So let's unpack that feeling, shall we? We'll start right here in section 1, that ringing dread.
Okay, so the big mind shift here is realizing this isn't personal. It's all about the context. The issue isn't that you don't want to talk to your mom or your best friend. The issue is that their call is a sudden, unscheduled attack on your time and your headspace.
You know, psychologists actually have a name for this. They call it a sudden invasion. Think about it. A phone call just barges into your brain without knocking, demanding all of your attention right here, right now, no matter what you were doing literally 1 second before.
And to really get a handle on this sudden invasion thing, the best way to do it is to compare a phone call to, well, its much more polite modern cousin, the text message. And this is where it all clicks into place. A phone call? It's intrusive. It's demanding. It's basically a live performance you're pushed into the second you pick up. But a text message, now that's a whole different story. It gives you all the control. It's asynchronous. Fancy word for, you can get back to it whenever you want. You can even think about and rehearse your reply.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? A text shows up, but it sits there patiently. It waits for you. A phone call shows up, and it's like a summons. It demands your attention now.
And this feeling of being invaded, it's not just about your time. It's about something called territorial comfort. We all have this personal bubble, right? Our mental and physical space. An unscheduled call just pops that bubble without any warning, dragging you into a whole conversation you are not ready to have.
Now, this invasion, it comes at a price. There are all these hidden demands that make phone calls, especially the unexpected ones, just so incredibly draining.
I absolutely love this way of putting it. Every unexpected call is like being shoved out onto a stage for an improv show. You have no script, you had no rehearsal, you didn't even audition for the part. You just have to perform. So what does this performance actually ask of you? Well, you have to interact in real time. You've got to come up with emotional and verbal responses on the spot with zero time to think or process. Plus, you have to listen super carefully to their tone of voice because you have no visual cues, no body language to go on. For anyone, this is tough, but for introverts, oh man, it can just wipe out your entire social battery for the day.
So just think about your social energy like a battery on your phone. Texting? That's low power mode, barely makes a dent. A scheduled call? It's a little more draining, but it's manageable because you can charge up for it. But an unscheduled call? That's like running a high-def video on full brightness. It is the fastest way to drain your battery to zero.
Okay, so we get it. We understand the problem. So what can we actually do about it? Well, that brings us to our final and maybe the most important section, the reframe. It's all about finding a totally new way to think about this whole thing. Let's just say this loud and clear because it's the big myth we need to bust. Your dislike of surprise phone calls has absolutely nothing to do with how much you want or value human connection. And this, right here, is the reframe. It's such a powerful shift in thinking. You're not rejecting people, you're just rejecting a specific, really intrusive way of communicating. You want to connect with people, but you want to do it on terms that respect your time, your focus, and your personal space.
And once you really get that, it gives you permission to act. So, a few simple steps. First, just accept that your preference is totally valid. There's nothing wrong with you. Second, give yourself permission to let non-urgent calls go to voicemail. I mean, that's what it's there for. And third, a quick text back that just says, hey, can't talk right now, when's a good time to call you back? Boom, you're back in control.
So really, when you boil it all down, this whole thing is about one simple preference. You prefer having control over spontaneity in your social life. Hating unexpected calls isn't a character flaw. It's just a preference for deliberate interaction over a sudden ambush.
So I'll just leave you with this to think about. Now that you know all this, what's one small change you can make to protect your own peace while still making sure you're nurturing the connections that really matter to you?